It is easy to see the risk athletes take every time they step onto the field or court. Titans at peak physical prowess, smashing into each other, testing the limits of the human body, often find themselves severely injured just to be playing in next week's game. However, recent studies have shown that long after cuts have healed and bones have mended, athletic injuries are wreaking havoc on players' mental and social well-being.
Today's athletes are bigger, stronger, and faster, and this results in greater forces of impact in collision sports. This leads to painful injuries and accelerated degeneration of the spine. Athletes are turning to prescription pain medicines, drugs, and alcohol in order to cope with their suffering. My biggest concern is the effects of these forces on the brain.
Traumatic brain injuries are a common culprit of hidden damage for athletes, sometimes resulting in severe and pernicious personality changes, such as depression or a proclivity to violence. The chronic nature of these types of injuries and others can also result in a dependency on pain-relieving drugs that can lead to the painful realities of any other drug addiction. Awareness is the first step in combating this all-too-common path. Thankfully, scientific research and medical treatments are catching up to the need to treat these issues more seriously and thoughtfully.
I think there was a very minimal understanding of what really caused athletic injuries and what really the post-picture looks like for these athletes. And people were always concerned about physical injuries and only recently have started to think about the cognitive concerns and even the behavioral concerns that are usually the first sign of a traumatic brain injury. People start to become more aggressive, they start to lose their patience, and people look at them as if they're just people who are losing their tempers and not caring about people, whereas actually it's part of their brain injury and part of the expression of that.
Symptoms of traumatic brain injuries may take years to emerge. Personality changes and addictions are often hidden or ignored until it's too late. By increasing the awareness for at-risk athletes, well-rounded treatments that address the both physical and spiritual challenges of these types of injuries can be more readily accepted and implemented. Recovery programs for athletes who suffer from chronic conditions that may lead to addiction are adapting to the new information available and utilizing a multifaceted approach to treatment. It is no longer enough to make sure athletes are just game ready, but also that they are given the tools necessary to overcome the unique challenges of living happy and healthy lives post-injury.
There is still so much stigma about injury among athletes. It's their livelihood, and so once you get injured, you're no longer able to provide in the same way that you were before. And they don't want to talk about all of their deficiencies. They don't want to talk about all the things that they're failing at now. And so I think oftentimes the athlete themselves even conceal some of those symptoms from their close family members and friends, so they don't find out until much after.
We're now reaping the benefits of the latest research and technology development in brain science. New technologies such as PET scanning, quantitative EEG analysis, and computerized brain assessments allow us to evaluate the brain structure, function, and physiology in such detail that we can begin to develop treatment protocols.
Pure Recovery is a California-based treatment center designed to help amateur and professional athletes cope with and recover from chronic pain, brain injuries, and addiction issues with a well-rounded program that approaches treatment from all angles.
So the treatments at Pure Recovery California helped me in multiple ways. Through meditation, learning how to manifest what I want in life, group sessions, individual sessions with a therapist, EMDR, and neurofeedback. I found a way to focus again.
At Pure Recovery California, they look at everybody individually, giving them a 360-degree evaluation to make sure that all of these problems are being addressed. They have so many different components like PT, OT, neurofeedback, personalized, individualized, evidence-based treatments, psychiatry, diet, really a bevy of different types of things so that we make sure the individual's needs are being comprehensively addressed and that they have a great plan for their future.
Pure Recovery California, in collaboration with Excellent Brain Sport, is creating a balanced and fully integrated approach that addresses all the needs of the brain and body.
For more information, please visit purerecoveryca.com today.